Welcome to Most Wanted. I'm Dean Healy.
And I'm Nicola Whitbread.
Today, Mark Gottfried is being sought in connection with the supply of Class A drugs. Do you know where he is?
And do you know where David Anthony Stuart is? He was arrested in Accrington in possession of 20,000 ecstasy tablets. We need to find him today.
And can you help us find Anthony Craggs, wanted for 2 armed robberies using firearms?
On the hunt for suspects across the UK, this is Most Wanted.
Mark Gottfried is being sought in connection with the supply of 5 kilograms of Class A drugs, namely cocaine, and also impersonating an officer of Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs in November 2000. That's the case, very much drug-related cases on the programme today, Nicola. What do you know about Mark Gottfried?
Right, yes, Mark Gottfried. Lots of aliases. That seems to be another trend today. Drugs and alias names. First of all, Mark David John Gottfried, also known as Mark David Adams, Tony Adams, Mark David John Harrington, Mark Minetti, Mark Sell, or even Mark Davidson. So any of those names, if they ring a bell, please do get in touch. Obviously, he's male, aged 50 to 55 years old, 5'4" in height, of a large build and white European appearance. He also has a mole under the chin on the left side, blue eyes, he's right-handed, and shoe size 8, if that's any help. It's
really amazing, isn't it? The detail we've got on some of the suspects today.
It is, yeah. It's a wonder we haven't caught him yet, so let's hope you can help us out today.
Good photograph as well for that case. All right, David Anthony Stuart was arrested in Accrington in July 2004 in possession of 20,000 ecstasy tablets and subsequently failed to attend his trial at Preston Crown Court in June 2005. He was charged with 2 offences of conspiracy to supply a Class A controlled drug, namely MDMA, which is ecstasy, and possession with intent to supply a Class A controlled drug. Another drugs-related case. Nicola, what do you know about David Anthony Stuart?
Thanks, Dean. OK, David Anthony Stuart, again, many aliases, also known as David Anthony Ashworth, John Dobson or John Hendon, Franklin Jones, Julian Pakowski, or Catman. Quite an interesting one there. Male again, 30 to 35 years old, and about 5'8" in height. He has dark hair, slim build, receding hair, in fact, white European. And he speaks with a northern accent, but possibly with nice whitened teeth as well. So
yes, likes to look after his teeth, doesn't he? We also know we've got a really interesting fact on this. So it's believed to have access to false passports, hence many of the alias names we've heard today. And he travels to and from Spain rather frequently, and now uses the first name of John. He's also believed to work as a funeral director in Spain. Now, no legal TV can be received in Spain. We do have viewers there. So if you remember seeing him, if you've worked with him, maybe even if he was at a funeral that you recall. Any details you've got, let us have them. We really need to find David Anthony Stuart. Now, Anthony Craggs is also wanted for 2 armed robberies using firearms that occurred in Bournemouth and Edinburgh in 2003. A total of £90,000 was stolen as it was being delivered to 2 branches of the Abbey National by security guards who were violently assaulted during both of the robberies. Anthony Craggs is his name. Nicola, what else do you know about him?
Thanks, Dean. Yes, Anthony Craggs. Again, more alias names. Bull, Legs, Anth, Thomas, 25 to 30 years old, brown hair, or also collar-length hair we have. So maybe if you don't recognise him in this picture, try and picture him with some longer hair down to the collar, maybe. No facial hair, though. White European appearance, and a very distinctive tattoo of a Grim Reaper on his right shoulder with the names Dane and Vicky.
Yeah, OK. Not many people would have the Grim Reaper tattooed on. Also, the tattoo of the name Dane, spelled D-A-Y-N-E. That's in 3-inch high letters across his lower back. So really distinctive there.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know many people with the name D-A-Y-N-E, so maybe it stood out for you.
OK, let us have any details. 0800 555 111 is the number. That's for Crime Stoppers, of course, and they operate across the country to help identify, prevent, solve and to reduce crime. Crime Stoppers enables anyone with details of criminal activity to pass them on anonymously without fear of exposure or retribution. All it takes to pass on information is to call 0800 555 111. Every call is treated with absolute anonymity so that nobody will know the identity of the caller except you. Remember, Crime Stoppers is not an emergency service, and if you see a crime taking place, you should ring 999 to report it immediately. We do encourage you to contact Crime Stoppers with any details. If you prefer to email us, if you prefer to do it that way, you can. mostwanted@legaltv.co.uk is the address for that. All right, so Nicola, we've covered the 3 cases for the programme today. Just give us a summary of what we've seen and heard.
Yeah, of course. First of all, we had Mark Gottfried wanted in connection with supply of 5 kilograms of cocaine. Unknown location there, but born in the Chelsea area, so that's something to remember.
Gottfried is his name. Let's prove him wrong on that. Let's capture him. Lots of alias names, as we said later. He was also born in Chelsea in London. Maybe you recall seeing him around the mole under the left side of his chin. Blue eyes, right-handed, and of course, size 8 shoes.
Yeah. Also next, David Anthony Stuart, with lots of alias names yet again. David Anthony Ashworth, John Dobson, John Hendon, Pakowski. Now that's a very interesting surname. Maybe that stuck out for you. 0800 555 111 if you know that.
And that's in relation to those 20,000 ecstasy tablets. He's also the funeral director who works in Spain. Lots of false passports, and he does travel to and from Spain, so he could very much be there.
OK, finally, Anthony Craggs. This guy was wanted for robberies in the north and south of the UK, Bournemouth to Edinburgh, so anywhere in between. Have you seen him? 0800 555 111, please get in touch.
Yes, Anthony Craggs also goes by the name of Bull, Legs, Ant and Thomas, so again, distinctive features there. And he's the guy with the tattoos. The Grim Reaper, Dane and Vicky, also tattooed on his lower back, Dane in 3-inch high letters across his lower back. Could be anywhere across the UK. We need to find him. 0800 555 111 is the number. Yep. Well, Most Wanted is here every day on Legal TV, and our website never sleeps. You can watch the programme, see all the cases again. That's at legaltv.co.uk, available 24 hours a day. But for Most Wanted for today, from Nicola and from myself and from the team, bye-bye.